Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Scratch Golf Academy, and today we're going to be talking about a really common issue I see with a lot of my students, and that's missing the ball way out to the right. If you're struggling really missing the ball out to the right like this and can't seem to figure out why it's doing that, today I'm going to talk about the takeaway and why it's so important in keeping the club face square, and hopefully it'll help you straighten out your shots. So it's a super simple concept, right? We want the club face to be square as it's coming through the impact zone, but that can't happen if you're taking it away and opening it right away. So here's some great checkpoints you can do to identify whether the club face is square when you take it away from the ball. So as we set up to the ball like this, or just take our shot, ideally we want the club face to kind of match our spine angle. So if I'm in this position right here, I want the club face to be at like a 45-60 degree angle, kind of matching where our spine is. A lot of the people that I work with and give lessons to immediately kind of open the club face to the inside like this. And as you can see, the club face is pointed vertical, if not a little past vertical. And watch what happens here. If I roll that club face open like this, and then I set down to the golf ball, that club face is pointed way too far to the right. And then you're just relying on timing and flipping your hands perfectly through the zone to hopefully square it up and go straight. But we're trying to build you a nice consistent swing that you can rely on. So it's really important that you get that club face in a good spot. And I have a drill that's gonna really help you out here. So we're still not going to set up to the ball. Let's set up for a shot here. I want you just to take the club back in a good position where you can see a nice 45-degree angle and just kind of hold it there, right? We want to really get our body used to what this feels like, because more likely than not, if you're missing it to the right, what you're used to is immediately whipping it to the inside like this, and you can see the whole club shaft is pointed really far to the inside, right? And that club face is wide open. So I want you to feel like we are in this position right here. What helps you is your trail hand. For me, I'm right-handed, so my right hand, my right palm is pointed more down towards the golf ball, like this, right? If I were to whip it to the inside, the palm of my hand kind of points up, if not a little bit out in front of me. So keeping it in that position right here is key. But now when we get the club up to the top, how do we keep that club face square? Because we could get in a good position here, but then still open it like this, and then take a look, that club face is still open. So I want you to bring it here with your trail hand pointed down, and then when we get to the top with our trail hand, what you can practice is imagine you're holding a platter of food like you're a waiter at a restaurant. You're not gonna hold the food like this, right? Just because all the food's gonna fall off the tray. If we're holding a tray of food, we're gonna get that right here. We're gonna keep everything super close. We're not gonna be super far out. If we're trying to stabilize that, we wanna be right about here, right? And holding that tray of food with one hand. It's the same feeling when we're getting into the golf swing and keeping that club face square. So we wanna get here, and then I want you to hold that tray of food. We're getting right about here, keeping our arm close. We're not gonna be able to get perfectly back like this, just because we don't wanna collapse our left arm here. We still wanna remain our left arm straight, but getting to right about here is really nice to help you keep that club face square. So now take a look what happens. We keep it square right here, get that club up, feel like we're holding that platter of food, and then all we have to do is rotate through and take a look. That club face stays nice and square. So that's a really good checkpoint for you if you're struggling getting it to the right. So what we're gonna do, two-part drill here. I want you to set up to the golf ball, bring the club back about a third of the way, check the club face, then bring it back down to the ball. Then bring it back again, check the club face, look down at the ball, and then fire away like that. That's really gonna allow you to feel and let your body know what it feels like to be in that position and keep it square. So one more time here, just so you can understand this drill. Again, it's about over-exaggerating the feels so you can implement them into your game. So what that looks like here, bring it back, make sure you're in a good position, you're not too far open like that. So this is what it looks like in real speed. Bring it back, check, down to the ball, bring it back, hold it there, look down at the ball, and then fire away. Now, if you struggle hitting it really far to the right, and you start pulling some of these, that's okay, right? We'd rather see it miss way to the left for right now, and that miss is a lot easier to fix than spraying it out to the right. But having club face awareness and where it is in your swing is gonna really help you out. So hopefully this drill really helps you out. If it did, make sure to subscribe to Scratch Golf. Check out my stuff over on That Golf Grind, and I'll see you guys in the next one.